eventually there will be a collapse of will to keep the government shut down because now soldiers are not getting paid and all this other stuff's happening, and we turn around and we lose 10, 20 seats in 2014. And whether we win the battle or not, we've lost the war because Nancy Pelosi is Speaker of the House. This is not a disagreement on defunding Obamacare. This is not a disagreement on whether we like or hate the health care bill. This is a disagreement on tactics in terms of what is the best way to ensure that in the future we can repeal this law without bringing down the American economy or bringing down the Republican majority in the House.
Well, Congressman Kinzinger, I appreciate how many times you voted against Obamacare. That's great, believe me. But I would urge you to please reconsider your stance on defunding Obamacare. Here's why. Funding, you can spend money for Afghanistan, Social Security, everything else in the budget, but not a penny for Obamacare. And it would be the Senate and Obama that would be shutting down the government, not you. And if Obama goes on TV and makes that pitch, you guys need to take out ads and go, pardon my language, to the wall, counterattacking, and because, I'm sorry, I see all these hurdles that we've lost, the Supreme Court case, this, that, the other, and they're almost to the goal, and maybe not in Illinois, but some of those exchanges are set to start in a couple months, and I fear it's going to be another entitlement that we'll never get rid of, another step closer to socialism that Republicans in the future won't dare say they're against, like Social Security now or Medicare. And I feel like, I really feel like this could be our last chance. And I get a feeling that if I'm talking to you a couple of years from now, the town hall, Obamacare could be well established. It's just maddening when Republicans are the ones giving the money. It's just, I know they say to keep the majority, we have to act sort of like Democrats, but I disagree.
No, I don't think we have. Let me say this though, and I totally respect your position on this idea. This isn't, I don't think, this is a terrible, thing. I think from a tactical perspective, it's this idea. It's, if we're in a platoon and we have to go take the other side of this building, is it the right thing just to charge through and get all killed on the way to the other side of the building? Or do we need to tactically take, I use the military, ladies. I'll use a football term. Do you go for a Hail Mary every play in football, or sometimes it's 5 yards pretty good? Sorry, that's a little better than the
But do you think that strategy you're going to do is really going to get rid of Obamacare, or are we just going to be saying...
No, because I don't think the defunding thing is going to work, and I think we're going to lose the House in 2014, potentially. That's what I worry about. And so, yeah, that's why we're not going to do it. So I understand...
Obamacare, and it'll be like Democrats, man.
Yeah, but do you really think, and let me just ask, and I mean this respectfully, if we shut down the federal government, soldiers are not getting their paycheck. They're not. And we can say, well, you can just pass the bill to say soldiers are getting paid. The president's not going to sign it.
Obama would be shut
down. So what would happen? No, because what happens is we pass it without the funding. The Senate takes it, amends the bill to include the funding, and sends it right back to us. And then it's on our doorstep. And then we're the ones who've been voting. So,
your campaign,
blaming them. It takes a lot of money.
I mean, commercials, everything.
I understand. Look, I understand your perspective on it, but what I'm telling you is going to happen, I fear, is that ultimately at the end of the day, we can hold out. We can hold out. Let's hold out until December, okay? Now troops haven't been paid for 2 months, 3 months. Obama's standing up saying, sorry, you're not getting your paycheck. The public is massively turning against us saying, geez, it's the law of the land. Now I see why it's not working, because Republicans have been obstinate on this. That's going to be the new line. This is why it's not working, because they're not going to work with you. And they can look at the government situation and say, yeah, that's the case. That's what we're seeing, even though that's not true.
You don't think they'll blame Obama on that if you guys go
Congress has a 13%.
Hey, who voted Obama?
All right, guys, I got you. If Congress has a 13% approval rating, you think we can win that one? Maybe, but I don't know. I respect your opinion. I do.